Good morning, guys, and welcome to Yakety Mac. I've got my first fish in the boat already this morning. I hadn't turned the cameras on yet because it is so foggy out here. I didn't think anything would show up. But I got a nice little fish who's going to go 12 3/4. And cut. So I'm not going to do it like that this time. And the reason is because I had such a good day on the water. I caught so many fish that it's just not practical for me to do a typical narrated style video where I talk throughout the day. I was too busy catching them, guys. And so what I've done is that I've gotten creative during the editing process, and I put together a medley with a melody. It's a mashup of the day's events as well as my real-time commentary while it's going on. And then I'm going to catch back up with you at the end of this, and I'll tell you what I was throwing, how I was throwing it. And I'm also going to talk about the total length of my 5 best fish, because anytime I'm on the water like this, I'm thinking about tournaments. I'm practicing for a tournament. And so I'm going to share that with you as well and tell you where I think that would fall if I were competing, which I'm getting ready to tomorrow. And then, guys, I had so much fun. Man, I had a ton of fun. I hope you have fun watching. So let's roll that fishing footage. Got him. Woo-hoo-hoo, he's pulling too. That is a nice bass. What is going on? Who is this guy? Got it. Almost 15 1/4. Got him. Yeah, a little small fella. Thank you, fella. Got him. They are hungry today, y'all. All right, buddy. Yeah, there you go. All right, so this was an unexpected rainstorm, and as such, I did not have the waterproof cases for my cameras, so I stowed them away until it passed. However, I caught fish 7 and 8 while the cameras were off. Now, both of them were dinks under 12 inches, so I didn't bother with photographs or anything. Eventually, the rain would stop, but the bite did not. Let's continue watching. Got him. Got him. Got him. Wow, guys, the hits just keep on coming. I've got another. Got him. Don't think that's going to call anything, but I won't even know until I get back and look at the footage. I done forgot. Got it. So there it is, 13 fish. Are you kidding me? 78.25 total inches. So now look, as far as for me to feel good about where I'm at in a tournament, I'd like to be over 80 inches. You know, some of the guys that are in this local club are some very good experienced fishermen. And so while 78 and a quarter certainly is by far the best that I've ever had, I've never caught even 5 fish in a day before, let alone, you know, that many. But for me to feel good about where I'm sitting, heading to the ramp at the end of a tournament, I'd like to be over 80. I don't know how this will compare. I'm in a tournament tomorrow, so it'll be interesting. No matter how I do in that, it'll be interesting to compare the total that I had from this practice day compared to whatever ends up winning this tournament number 2 of the season. And so what I was throwing was a weightless fluke. I didn't start out throwing a weightless fluke. I went to experiment with some different style baits. And so for about the first 15 minutes, I was throwing a Strike King weight bait, small one. But I'm not really sure, you know, typically, and I've not thrown a wake bait before, but I was expecting to see a little bit of movement just under the surface. But this was running more like a traditional style crankbait, the best I could tell. I couldn't see any wake going on. So after about 10 or 15 minutes, I'm like, you know, I'm not going to mess with this right now. I'm not sure what I might be doing wrong. And so I went to the weightless fluke, and almost immediately I started catching fish. And the way I was throwing it was almost like a Texas rig. I was just kind of throwing it up next to stick ups and lay downs, giving it a couple of twitches right off the bat, and then just letting it sink. And then a couple more twitches, and then just kind of let it sink. And they were drilling this thing. I caught my first, I think it's 3 or 4 fish, all off of the same laydown. And I missed a couple of other ones when I give it the jerk right at the beginning. If you fished a fluke before, you know it kind of pops up at the surface. I missed a couple that tried to pop it on the surface. But anyway, it was a great day, and it didn't seem to matter what color, kinda. I threw 4 different colors of fluke that day just to experiment, and 3 of them, they hit them. The one they did not was a white fluke. I threw that for about a half hour, never got a bite. As soon as I switched it up to a different color, I started getting bit again. But that's how I was fishing the fluke. It wasn't super fast. I wasn't burning it through the water. If the best way to describe it is almost like fishing Texas rig. You know, I wasn't letting it sit there, but I would just let just a couple of twitches and then start letting it fall. And I'd maybe count to 3 or 4, then a couple more twitches. And they were absolutely killing it, guys. And I think what's the biggest one, memory serves me right, I think it was 18 3/4. That's a nice fish. And I'd be very, very happy if I got something like that tomorrow. So an awesome day. I appreciate you guys hanging out and watching it. Do me a favor, if you would, and hit that thumbs up, that like button. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'd love subscribers. And then leave me a comment, y'all, and share this video if you are so inclined. Wish me luck tomorrow, guys. Tournament number 2. God, I want my first win so bad I can taste it. Thanks again for hanging out. And look, no matter what you've got going on, always take some time to get outside and play.